Right, a very good morning to Dr. Ngu. My name is Ng Zhang Bin. So first, when we write the code, the first and second line is the password and ID, and basically it can be deleted. So for your just for your convenience, I just write it down. So first, I would say there's a three section. First is student, second faculty member, third is end of program. So I type first, and I need to type a student ID, which is 1000, and password is able for the first student. So there's 6 selection. So I'll go through one by one. The first is the mark attendance, which means the student can mark their attendance by himself. So you can write yes or no. Okay, after that is you can check the attendance. Number 2, so your attendance is 70% attendance, and your attendance, how many class, and the total of the class. All right. So after that, you can use the second function, second section of the function, which is check timetable, which is number 3. So you can check your timetable for this week, including the subject, the venue, the subject code, and the lecturer. All right. So after that, you can use the third function, which is submit assignment. So it's number 4. So submit assignment. So you want to submit which subject you want to submit. You just press Y or N. So you will list out all submissions, which is successfully, which is not submitted. All right. So you can check whether it's success or not by pressing 5. So it will show up by all submitted, some is submitted, some is not submitted. All right. So you can log out by pressing 6. So for the faculty member, press 2, and your faculty ID, faculty ID and password. So there's 7 selection. So I'll go through one by one. The first is check the student attendance, like how the student entered before. So it will show up all the 3 student attendance percentage. All right. So number 2 is create a new timetable. So it will need you to enter the student ID, course name, course code, instructor name, and venue, and time. All right. So you can check you can delete. Number 3, you can check the timetable. Number 4. So I will check first. Okay. So the student ID is 1000. Oh, sorry, again. So check student assignments, check student timetable. You come out the student timetable, and the subject 7, which is the latest subject that I've just created. So you can delete it by just pressing number 3. So yeah, enter the student ID and enter the index of the timetable to delete. So maybe 1. So it has been deleted. So the last function, you can check the assignments. So which student ID. So the status of the assignments. And so when you press number 6 and enter the student ID that you want to check, if you enter wrongly, it will show up it's not found. Again, so right, so enter the new submission for status. So no submitted. So no submitted, no submitted, no submitted, no submitted. Yeah. And finally, you can log out and end the program. That's all from me. All right. So now, carry on. I will present a slide. Okay, so my slide is classroom management system. So my part actually is doing the assignment submission. So for student to submit the assignment and check their submission, and for faculty member to check the student's assignment and edit on it. Maybe the student says it's submitted, but actually they did not. So the faculty member can edit it. All right. So the program technique that I have used is first if else. So if else is a technique that when user enter Y, program will run condition 1, and when run condition 2, if enter N. This technique is convenient when there's multiple conditions based on user input. Okay, according to my code here. So generally, if else statement is used to make judgments based on predetermined circumstances, and it is employed in conditional execution, which enables programmers to regulate the way the program works in response to specific circumstances. And second technique is function. So the thing that I highlight here is the function that I use. I use plenty amount of function in this project, and it's make me more convenient to write a code by just calling the function when I need it. The third technique is while loop. So in this code, I use while loop to let the user choose which subject they want to submit by pressing 1 to 4 and press 5 to exit the loop by using break. This technique is useful for an unlimited iteration until some condition is not fulfilled anymore. And the fourth is try except. Try except is very useful when asking the user to input a student ID, which should be only integer. So this is a very useful technique to avoid user enters the input that is not intended. The program that I use is PyCharm. Now come to the troubleshooting section. So the first problem that I have met is the order of the selection problem. So because we all know that in order to make the selection more natural, we should start from 1 to 5, starting from 1 instead of 0 to 4. So the solution is I put a -1 -1 after the integer function, after the integer input, so that the program will know when user enter 1, which is referring to 0 index. And the second problem I met is edit submission status. I'm unable to change the submitted status to not submitted status. So the solution is I use if else function to turn the positive to negative and vice versa. So there's a double equal to recognize if it's true or false, and if it's true, it will use the single equal to turn it into false. Now, in conclusion, at the end of the project, we have achieved a comprehensive program of classroom management system, which contains of 3 main functions, which is timetable, attendance, and assignment submission. So teamwork is very important when dealing with a programming project to increase the efficiency. And one of the most important part is compiling the result of all members to one complete program. We need to tackle many bugs and in coordination. Also, the user interface of our code is quite direct and easy to use. So kudos to my group members, especially Michael Lee and Zesi. And finally, thank you, Dr. Ngu, for giving us the chance of building this program together. Not only will we learn from here, but also this can become our portfolio in the future. So once again, thank you. And that's all from me. Thank you.